Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star, and I am here with a prophetic dream. Okay, y'all. In this dream, this was a lengthy one. I had some lengthy dreams last night. Okay. Anywho, in this dream, I'm watching a friend of mine get dressed. Okay, I see her getting dressed, and she's getting all dolled up to go to a party, and as I'm watching her get dressed, I'm looking at my plant. I have this plant, which I actually do have a tomato plant in real life. But anyways, it's right here, y'all. Okay, y'all see my baby back there. Can y'all see her? Okay. Anyways, so my plant, but in my dream, my plant is dying, y'all. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do about my plant. You know, while she was stressed out about going out and she was trying to get all dolled up and get all cute, and she wasn't really stressed out. She was just getting all dolled up, getting all cute. I'm sitting over here stressed out about my plant, and I'm feeling sad about my plant, and I'm trying to figure out a way to help my plant to get better. So I decided to take my plant outside to get some sun. And as soon as I take the plant outside, it livens. Like, when I say livens up, this is how you know it's a dream. Because the plant just immediately, it got back up and it was happy again and it was good. Okay? So, I'm outside with my plant and my friend's brother comes over, you know, and I felt like this was both of our house. Like, I think we lived together, like we were roommates or something like that. And so her brother comes over and he's looking at me outside with my plant. And he's like, oh, that's cool. What is that? And I told him what it was. And he started saying, like, the fruit started, even as, you know, as I took it outside, it went from dying to thriving in such a way that fruit started to grow on the plant. And I picked off a tomato and I started eating it. And he was like, oh, wow, what's that? He was like, I want one. And I was like, get one. So he grabs the tomato and he starts to eat it. And you know, one thing God has reminded me of, these tomatoes, for some reason, this is weird. Okay, this part is weird because we had to, it's almost like the tomato had a shell around it. And you had to take the shell off of it and then eat the tomato inside. But anyways, so I decided to take my plant back inside as he's going inside to get his sister. And everybody is dressed except for me. But, you know, in this dream, I had the knowing, like, I just had a feeling like either I wasn't invited or I wasn't welcome or nobody had asked me if I wanted to go. And I had the knowing that I wasn't going to go. However, at the same time, I felt like I wanted to. You know, I wanted to go. I wanted to go out and I wanted to have a good time. And, you know, I'm just sitting there looking at my plant. And they're talking about, oh, I'm so excited, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, I wish that they would leave. Okay. I was just ready for them to go. So I'm sitting here looking at my plant. And she looks at me and she's like, are you going to get dressed? Are you going to come? And I was like, you didn't ask me if I wanted to go and you didn't invite me. And she was like, well, I want you to go. She was like, yeah, you can come. And I was like, do you have time to wait for me to get ready? Because, you know, I didn't want this to be one of those tricks, okay? A trick of like, I don't know if y'all ever had a friend that will wait until the last minute to invite you somewhere so that you won't have time to get dressed properly, so you won't look cute, so you wouldn't attract anybody, so you wouldn't be able to get anybody's like attention, or so you wouldn't get as much attention, or so you would look thrown together, or you would look just like you just put yourself together real quick. But anyway, she said, no, we'll wait. You can go ahead and get dressed. It's not going, you're not going, you know, she said, you're not going to hurt us by you getting dressed and getting cute. Go ahead. So I get dressed, and while I'm getting dressed, her brother tells her that he's interested in me. He was like, I want to talk to her. And, you know, she was like, no, you can't talk to her because that's my friend. And he was like, what they got to do with me? It's not like we related or something. And, you know, she got kind of frustrated about that. And that was the end of the dream. The scripture God sent me to is Job 10, 1-7. I loathe my very life. Therefore, I will give free rein to my complaint and speak out in the bitterness of my soul. I say to God, do not declare me guilty, but tell me what charges you have against me. Does it please you to oppress me, to spurn the work of your hands while you smile on the plans of the wicked? Do you have eyes of flesh? Do you see as a mortal sees? Are your days like those of a mortal? or your years like those of a strong man, that you must search out my faults and probe after my sin, though you know that I am not guilty and that no one can rescue me from your hand. So, for this person, this is somebody you legit feel like Cinderella. This is like real life Cinderella. Cinderella for real, for real, for real, for real. The people around you have been oppressing you, and you feel like nobody helps, nobody cares, nobody sees you. And you know, I understand. Okay, as somebody who in real life I have felt, and sometimes I do feel like a real life Cinderella. You feel as though you're oppressed. You feel like you can't go anywhere. Nobody wants to invite you out anywhere. No, especially, and like, you know, I felt like, in a sense, as I was going over this dream, over the part about the plant, I felt like, in a sense, the plant was me. You know, like, I felt as though I was dying. Like, I was just there. And, you know, it's no joy to life if you are not living your life. You're not enjoying your life, you know. And I'm being reminded again, this is part of why I left, y'all. I'm going to be real. I felt like I was literally just here. Nobody wants to be locked away anywhere. Nobody wants to feel like they can't go out and enjoy their life. Nobody wants to feel as though they can't go and enjoy their days. They can't go anywhere. They can't see anybody. They can't meet anybody. You know, as somebody, you know, at that time, 30 years old, I should expect, single and 30, you know, you would expect that I would be able to be out having a good time, going on dates, meeting people, having friends, flourishing. As I had talked about in another video, you know, I had went through a situation where people had turned on me out of nowhere. I didn't do nothing to nobody. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I wasn't being mean to nobody. I had always been such a loving person. And out of nowhere, I lost nearly every single friend that I knew. And I was so hurt behind it. And I didn't understand why. I had people telling me that people was messaging them about me. People telling me people was talking about me behind my back and all other kind of stuff. And some people didn't say nothing at all. And, you know, I got to a point to where I was like, well, dang, if y'all hate me so much, then what am I staying here for? If y'all hate me so much, then why even stay here? Why should I even be here? What am I doing? Let me go somewhere else and start over. Let me go somewhere else and live my life. Let me go somewhere and be by myself. If y'all hate me so much. And, you know, this is for somebody, you feel like this. You feel miserable. You feel like the people around you don't love you. You feel like the people around you don't want to see you happy. You know, even in this situation where I had a friend who was with me that knew somebody that was interested in me, that was not related to me, that wanted to be with me, and she told him no. Why? She couldn't be with him. That was her brother. But she told him not to be with me. Because she didn't want to see me happy. It's almost like she didn't want to see me happy. She wanted to see me miserable. She wanted to see me lonely. She wanted to see me sad. The only reason she invited me is because in the coupon it said that she had to bring a certain amount of people, and she didn't know how many people was going to come. This is for somebody, you feel absolutely miserable in your life. You feel like there is no outlet for you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody loves you. You're sheltered. You're always inside. And just like with the plant, you're dying inside. You need to come outside. You need to go outdoors. You need to go and live your life. For somebody, God is calling you to live your life. They can't hold you there. You need to live your life. You deserve to live your life, and you deserve to be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. It is not fair for anybody to treat you that way, like your life is unimportant, like you are unimportant, like you are unloved, and you don't deserve love. You don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve joy. And, you know, that's exactly how I felt as, you know, me in the dream was getting ready, but me watching the dream, watching this girl say, no, you shouldn't talk to her. No, you can't talk to her. No, don't talk to her. I was like, dang, what did I do to her? The fact that this is somebody I lived with that was planning a party, but didn't invite me. I didn't feel comfortable. The fact that I didn't feel comfortable or invited to go with her. The fact that I felt miserable with her. I felt alone, surrounded by all these people, but I felt like I was by myself. And I've talked about how I felt this way in real life. People don't like, very seldom do people invite me to things. I'm not going to say that nobody ever invites me to anything, but the times when they do, I always feel it's like I feel unwelcome. I'm there, but they looking down on me. I'm there, but they shooting slugs at me. I'm there, but they trying to be nasty and mean to me as if I did something to them when I didn't do nothing to them. And I don't have time for that kind of energy. It's either I'm not invited at all or I'm invited and people want to say something smart to me. And for somebody, God is saying you need to live your life. You are wasting your time there. You are wasting your time with people that don't love you, don't care about you. Either you need to open your mouth and tell these people how you feel, or you need to move around. And if they really care about you, and they really don't want you to move around, and they really want you to be in their lives, then they need to change. Because nobody that loves you should be seeing you alone, seeing you sad and okay with that, and happy with that. They are good with that. That's ridiculous. And nobody who cares about you would know about somebody that's single, that's interested in you, and tell them that they can't talk to you. Why? That's crazy. What sense does that make? Where is the logic in that? Some people just want to see you miserable. Some people just want to see you upset. They want to see you lonely. They want to see you by yourself. They don't want to see you moving forward. And God is saying that's exactly what's going on. And somebody in your life, that's what's going on. You are this plant. And as long as you stay inside, you are going to be falling apart and dying. But as soon as you step outside of that situation, you will flourish. And baby, when I said that happened to me, it shocked me. It shocked me. The whole time I was in Houston before I moved, I would say I was in Houston and I went to a few places. I did a few things, but I had got to a point to where I was feeling like, dang, am I not attractive? But as soon as I stepped out of Houston county limits, men were throwing themselves at me. And I'm saying this to say for somebody, sometimes people be blackmailing you. Sometimes people really be hating. Sometimes people really be going out of their way. And that's what this dream is saying. There is somebody going to men that are interested in you and telling them not to talk to you. They are hating on you. They are jealous of you. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you prosper. And I got so much ish when I came back from people saying, why did you leave? And why did you do this? And why did you do that? I kept telling y'all what was going on and y'all act like y'all ain't want to help me. So what do? Just deal with it? Just be miserable? Baby, I'm 30 years old. I'm not going to be miserable for the rest of my years. We live to be dang near 100. I'm not going to be miserable for my whole life for nobody. I don't care. No, we're not doing that. And for somebody, God is saying, if this person whoever they are, if they don't change their ways, just like at the end of this dream, Sis had to realize that she was not benefiting herself by not inviting me to the party. It was not beneficial to her for me to be looking a hot mess at the party. And eventually these people gonna have to realize that it is not beneficial to them to see you down. Regardless of who it is. For a parent, it's not beneficial to them for their child to go unmarried, because who in the world is going to take care of you when you need it? It's not beneficial to a sibling for them to see their sibling to not have anybody. It's not beneficial. Like it doesn't benefit you any. Like I guess it's nice to look at them and just to see, it's the keeping up with the Joneses effect, and it's evil. What joy would you get out of seeing somebody miserable? What joy do you get out of seeing somebody lonely? What joy do you get out of seeing somebody sad? What joy do you get out of mistreating somebody? Even thinking about the Cinderella movie and how the stepsisters and the evil stepmother kept treating this girl. They were miserable, evil. Obviously, they weren't happy because they took joy in making her unhappy. Instead of trying to figure out how to make themselves happy, they were more focused on trying to make her miserable. And in reality, nobody got any benefits. In reality, God still had a blessing for her, just like God still had a blessing for Job. So for whoever this is for, God do have a blessing for you. And it's going to shock these people. They're going to be bothered. They're going to be mad and they're going to be upset. And they are going to regret that they treated you this way. Just like it happened in that dream, baby. Baby, just how it happened in that dream. They regretted how they treated her. They regretted the day that they decided to mistreat her in such a way. They regretted that they locked her in. They regretted that they made her out to be a maid. And they took her daddy money. They was living off of her daddy's stuff and making her wear rags and making her look all run down and trashed and it was just ridiculous. But God says he does know how to turn tables around. Yes, he does. God says he does know how to make a new day out of somebody. He will make a new day for somebody. God is not going to allow them to oppress you anymore. No longer will he ignore this situation. You know, do not declare me guilty, but tell me what charges you have against me. You didn't do nothing to them. You didn't do nothing to them. There's no reason that they should be treating you this way. It's no reason that they should be trying to lock you in. There's no reason they should be trying to treat you like an ugly stepchild that you are not. And you know, even that expression is sad. Even if you were an ugly stepchild, then they need to let you go. Why are they trying to hold you there? That's just like the Harry Potter series when the uncle and the aunt kept on trying to keep him from getting the letter. You don't like him. You can't stand him. His existence makes you miserable. Why would you not send him off to the school? What logic is there? You don't have to pay anything. He's out of your life. You don't have to feed him anymore. You don't have to worry about him for dang near the whole year. What logic does it have for you to try to hold down somebody that you supposedly, allegedly don't care about? Supposedly, allegedly, just them existing bothers you. Just them being alive and breathing the same air as you, it bothers you, it pisses you off. But you want to keep them there so that you can keep them under your thumb. You want to make sure you got an eye on them to make sure they still miserable. God says he's going to break you out of there. Just like the crazy looking man came and broke Harry out of there. Okay, boom, the whole door going to blow off. I'm so silly. Baby. But that's the message, y'all, okay? That is the message. Okay, so somebody, okay, like your girl got a true Cinderella story going on. God said he gonna break you out of there. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.